A few years ago, I got a phone call from a commercial broker I do a lot of business with, and he told me that he had this site that he was going to give me the exclusive shot at first on King Street West, between Simcoe and John Street, which for me, as a Torontonian, it's the epicenter of the best place to be in downtown. So this is a part of Toronto that is called Theatre Row. Two of the most important theatres in Canada are on it, the Princess of Wales Theatre and the old Royal Alex Theatre, and across the street is Roy Thomson Hall. So we're in this cultural mecca, and the piece of property is a parking lot, and it's never been anything but a parking lot. And so it was an exciting opportunity to create in this neighborhood a mix of old and new. So this is really an area that has been designated for Torontonians to enjoy. It's really a local social place. And so I thought it would be exciting to deliver something dramatically different than the historic nature of the area. Took a look at the site, I realized instantly what I wanted. I wanted a super high, thin, clean, modern glass tower, and I wanted a really cool forecourt park with a fountain and some other neat things on it that would sort of invite people into it, and it would become a City of Toronto property, in that anyone, it wasn't just for the condo, it would be for anybody. So we were going to create a cool amenity, and I thought I'd call it Theatre Park. So I went to an architecture firm that I love working with, and I talked to Peter Clues, I think one of the best architects working in Canada, and I said to him, look, I want something so crazy that the local councillor and the planning department will completely ignore the fact that this tower is inappropriate with respect to current planning guidelines. I want to blow them away. I wanted them to just be so amazed with the style of architecture and design that they're going to go, okay, we're going to look at this. It was like a building busting out to be more, but restrained by a ribbon or bandage that was wrapped around it. And that became the design we chose for Theatre Park. And we went to a Boston outdoor architecture firm to design this forecourt park. Not that there weren't people here in Toronto, but we wanted to give it an international feeling to it. And they designed this beautiful park, and so the whole thing's come together really well. And now I think the exciting thing is that it's going to be in the ground in about 2 months. I think the most important thing about Theatre Park is the interior. We hired a great interior design firm. They came up with some really great ideas for the interiors, for the lobby, for the hallways, for all the elevators. They're all going to be amazing. Our 450 square foot apartment, which is most people call it a junior one bedroom, it's so well designed and so well laid out that it actually feels like a 600 square foot apartment. We have a 920 square foot two bedroom that lives like a 1,200 square foot two bedroom. It actually has a 22-foot living room, dining room, which you would rarely see in an 1,100 or 1,200 square foot apartment. And the reason for that is there's no waste of space. It's a very efficient 5,200 square foot floor plate, and we've used every inch of it. The other thing is that the standard quality in this building would be the equivalent to what you get in the Four Seasons. But our prices are a third of the Four Seasons prices. And we've got the same architect, by the way, that the Four Seasons has, Architects Alliance, Peter Clues. He's our architect. When you walk into our model suite, everything you see in our model suites are standard. It's important for me that our buildings stand the test of time. Nothing annoys me more than hearing people complain about the quality of a building after they've moved in. That it wasn't what it was represented. In our product, I want everyone to actually be surprised that we delivered what we said we're going to deliver on, because nobody does. All our balconies are a minimum of 6 feet deep. And in Canada, you don't get outside for many months, maybe 3. But it's nice to live in a condo, a box in the sky, as people say, and be able to get outside and have a table and a barbecue and some chairs and a lounge chair and have a bit of a party outside. And you can only do that if you have a 6-foot or larger balcony. It's just not enough space. We do oversized front entrance doors. All our framing on our doors, most developers do metal framing on the outside of the doors and the hallways. All our hallways are framed with wood, so they feel strong and permanent and that they've been there for a long time. We make sure that all our common areas are indestructible. I walk through every building during the construction period, and I make sure that all of these things get adhered to. So for instance, when the building's completed and we're just finishing up the lobby, I will make site changes that cost us a lot of money, sometimes over $100,000, to make our lobbies and hallways more sustainable, so that a year or 2 or 3 after I walk through the hallway and the lobbies, they don't look like they're run down. They look like they're brand new. And that's very important to us, that our buildings stand the test of time.